What's happening? What's happening, brothers and sisters? All of those who are faith people. We're dealing with tonight on our Medicine for the Mind. I want to welcome you to Medicine for the Mind. Before I tell you what we're teaching tonight, I want to tell you just what Medicine for the Mind is. Medicine for the Mind is a place that provides tools for substance-free living. It provides instructions, it provides scriptures, and it provides knowledge for substance-free living. Now, this is a Christian perspective. All of our concepts on how to deal with this thing called substance abuse and addiction is from a Christian perspective, because that's what I believe. I've experienced so many victories in by using the Bible as a tool to develop victory over issues I've dealt with in my life. And I know that it works. I know that it works. And if you take the time to work this process of the scriptures and work it in your recovery, it will work for you. God has totally given us an answer for addiction. You have a 100% chance to live a sober life if you do it God's way. I know that. I believe that. Amen. So we're talking tonight about controlling stress in addiction recovery. Controlling stress. You know, one of the most number one causes of relapse in addiction is related to stress. Number one. Don't quote me on this. But I believe that stress is one of the number one causes of sickness and disease in the body. It's related to stress. If you don't understand how vital it is to not be stressed, and are living under stress, you're cutting your life short. You're cutting your life short. And in addiction, the factors, the stress factors in your life has to be minimum. And when the stress factors take place, you got to have a plan to know how to deal with stress, because you can't avoid stress. Yes, you can't avoid it, but you can deal with it. You can deal with it. You and I can deal with stress and learn how to cast, watch this, all your cares upon him, because he cares for you. You know, the Bible says this, and in Philippians 4:6, listen to this. The Bible says, don't worry about a thing. Now I'm reading this in the easy read version. It says, don't worry about anything, but pray and ask God for everything you need, always giving thanks for what you have. Verse 7 says, because you belong to Christ, God's peace will stand guard over your thoughts and feelings. His peace can do this far better than our human minds. Wow. That means I need to be in peace. In order to live in peace and do it, you have to do it in a practical way. And I believe that most of the believers, we know the spiritual side of stress. We know the spiritual side. But do we know how to deal with it from a practical perspective? Practically. You know, there are several people in the Bible that were totally stressed out. there was Abraham. He wasn't getting what he wanted. The promise of God was taking too long. It was causing him all kinds of stress. And when he was stressed out, he made a silly decision to help God out by listening to his wife, who made a suggestion that he would marry her servant and let her have the child. And it was stressing him out. So he decided to do it and take her as a wife. Her name was Hagar. And then she had a son named Ishmael. And when she had this son, it irritated Abraham's wife. And he said, I'm not going to be stressed out. And she said, they got to go. They got to get up out of here. The very decision she made within stress, in fear that it was not going to work. Then she wanted to rid herself of it. She wanted to get rid of them. And I want to tell you that oftentimes we make silly decisions when we're stressed out. Or I just need something to help me to calm my nerves. Anybody ever heard that before? I need this to calm my nerves. I'm gonna go get me one. I'm gonna get me a beer. I'm gonna get me a pack of cigarettes, and I'm gonna just go on. Y'all not gonna wear me to death. I gotta calm down. I'm gonna go get one. Maybe just one. One won't hurt nobody. Listen, stress will make you do some silly things. It will cause you to do what you would not do, because the disease make recommendations to you. It tells you certain things you should do. It makes suggestions to you. Well, you know you can handle this. Nobody's here watching you. You can do this. You ain't hurting nobody. Go on and get you one. And before you know it, you find yourself off to the races. You find yourself eating more than what you should eat, drinking to excess, going out and abusing some type of drug, cocaine, crack, heroin, whatever it is, because you're stressed out. And stress releases chemicals in your body that doesn't do the body good over a long period of time. It doesn't do the body good. Adrenaline is released because of stress. And there are different hormones that are released in your body because of stress. It'll raise your blood pressure. It'll make your diabetics can't process your sugar, and glucose is sky high, all because you're stressed. That's what it's related to. It's related to stress. Well, today I want to tell you how to deal with it from a practical perspective. Practically, how you can deal with this thing called stress. Now, you got to make a decision. You got to make this decision. I just want to let you know that regardless of who or what the person is saying and who they are to you, you're not going to let anything stress you out. And you have a plan for stress. If you don't have a plan for how to handle stress, listen to this, and take the steps to deal with it, your stressors have a plan for you. You must have a plan to deal with stress, or your stressors and the disease has a plan for you. So by answering this, you got to work it for real. You got to really work at it. Most stress is related to the way you think. Most stress Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Most stress is totally related to the way you think. That's all it is. If you can control your thinking, yes, you can control your stress. Do you hear me? I'm going to say that again. If you can control your thinking, you can control your stress. So how do you control your thinking? Listen to this. There's about 11 questions that I'm going to ask, and you got to answer it with truth and honesty. And then these are the areas you need to address in order to control your stress. 1, listen to this. In deciding how you spend your time, energy, and money, you determine the direction of your life. Do you hear me? In deciding how you spend your time, your energy, and your money, I can check your calendar and your pocketbook and tell you which direction your life is going in, what you're committed to. When you strung out on drugs, when you spend time with it, with food, with alcohol, with whatever it is, you spend time. You have energy, you pour into it, and you don't care how much money it costs you. If you run out of money, you have convinced other family members to invest in your project. And whatever that project is, you'll encourage others to invest in it because you are spending its focus on your life. You're spending your focus on that. So, are you investing your time, energy, and money into work and hobbies that you find rewarding? Answer that question. If you're investing your time, energy, and money into work and hobbies that you find rewarding, that's wonderful. However, if you're not, hear me, you must change that. You must make changes and put a plan together to change how you invest in your job and in your hobbies. Now, shucks, when I was coming up, we didn't have enough money to have investments in hobbies. When someone gave me the first time, I had a budget and they had on there entertainment, I was like, why? I know this is a mistake because I thought that a budget shouldn't include entertainment. That's because of my limited poverty mentality. Listen, it is important for you to enjoy what you do and enjoy what you're accomplishing. It's important. Number two, here we go. Focusing on the present means you're giving your attention to the task at hand without past and future fears. Hear this. Fears crippling you. Let me say that again. Focusing on the present means you're giving your attention to the task at hand and without past and future fears crippling you. Are you able to stay in the here and now? Or are you always talking about what I did yesterday, what I did wrong yesterday, how I messed this up, and then worried about, well, I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. Listen. Stay in the here and now. You know, that prayer, man, the serenity prayer is powerful. What it's saying is, this is a stress reliever. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I'm giving them to you, God. I will Give me the wisdom, the ability to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's what I want to do. That's what I want, God. That's because that prayer is a stress reliever. Stay in the here and now. In other words, do what you can with today and plan for tomorrow. That's it. Number 3, do you take time each day to do something relaxing? Woo. Do you take time every day? Do something relaxing. If not, you ought to take some time to do things that are relaxing every day. Here's some suggestions. Playing with your children. You know, just Saturday, me and my wife went out with the grandbabies, 2 of our grandkids. And man, it was so relaxing. It was fun. And I know they're going to remember that we were hanging out. And we're actually going to hang out with them more often because we got time to hang out with them now. But listen, that's relaxing. The next thing you can do, you can read a book. You know, get a good book. Start reading it. Yes. I mean, you can read the Bible. But if you don't want to read the Bible, you can find a good book, positive, that is a thought, make you think, and just go away in relaxation. My wife, she takes a bath. Whenever she comes from work, or every day, she be like, I just want to get into a bath. Like, Calgon, take me away. Listen, man, I run bath water for her. I make sure she has the Epsom salt, the kind that she wants. Her bubble bath, the kind that she wants. Yeah, I make sure all that's there. Because when she's resting and relaxing, it's beneficial. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. You can also listen to music. One thing I love to listen to is jazz. I just listen to some jazz, put some Kenny G on, Oscar Peterson. Man, it's just listen to good music. And you can do that every day. Okay. So write it down. If you don't, write down, what can I do? Start looking at different activities that I can add to my everyday life that's relaxing. Number 4, are you challenging yourself to do things that will increase self-confidence? Because when you don't do things that increase self-confidence and you don't have self-confidence, you can get stressed out because you don't have the confidence to believe you can handle it. You got to do things that make you feel like that's okay. I'm smart. I'm doing pretty well. I'm keeping track of my life and I'm getting better. Listen, do that. You got to do that. So how do you do that? This is how you do it. Set some goals. Do you have goals that are large and huge? Responsibilities that are huge. This is how you deal with responsibilities that are huge and that will they'll get on your nerves. My wife, she has a lot of things to do. And what we try to do is bring those things together and then break them down. This is how you do it. Break them down into the smallest manageable task in order of priority. That's how you get stress off you. And do one thing at a time. My father said this to me. How do you eat an elephant And I was like, when I was a kid, he was like, I don't know. He was like, you eat it one spoon at a time. So you just break your task down into manageable tasks, smaller manageable tasks in order of priority. And it will alleviate a whole lot of stress. Number six, are you careful to make your environment, home, workplace, places that you go, that your environment, a peaceful whenever possible? Don't, I'm telling you now, if you want to be stressed out, let your home be an irritant. Let your home be an irritant. I remember when me and Pastor Camille were having, some intense moments of fellowship, and home was not as comfortable as it is at this time. Man, I was trying to avoid coming home. I was trying to avoid it because my home was messed up, and I was like trying to stay away from it as long as possible. Listen, make sure your home is peaceful. Clean your room. Put things back in a certain place. Make it look nice. During the pandemic, that's one thing, Pastor Camille, I'm so glad that my wife wanted to do this. She wanted us to invest in our bedroom and in our home. If we got to stay home, it might as well look nice, and it might as well be nice all around us. Man, I'm telling you, I got a Traeger grill, and I started learning how to grill. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to cook on the grill. Yeah, tomorrow what I'm going to do, I'm going to get me some ribs. I got the ribs thawing out right now downstairs. Got the ribs thawing out, and I'm going to cook me some ribs tomorrow. Yes. And I'm going to have some asparagus with the ribs. And I'm getting ready for it. I'm right now getting ready for it. Take you a vacation. Listen, well, I don't have the money to take a vacation. Yes, listen, take a vacation and make it a staycation, if you will, and plan different activities that you can afford in your budget and have a good time. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, make sure you are peaceful with your relationships. Get over that anger stuff and fussing and complaining and nagging each other. That's got to go. If you get stressed out, listen, you're going to try to find a way out. I'll never forget this. My mother used to say this: y'all ain't going to wear me to death. I'm going up to the store and I'm going to get me something to drink. I'm going to get me a pack of cigarettes, and you ain't going to wear me to death. In other words, she was like, that's what was giving her peace. Well, she didn't have what we have today, which is knowledge of things to do other than smoke a cigarette and drink. I asked somebody, do you do anything to relax? What do you do when you're stressed out? This person said, oh, I just get me a pack of cigarettes. I remember one time we were riding in the car with Pastor Camille's mom, my wife's mother, and she was smoking cigarettes so fast. She had one lit up and was puffing on one, and it left one in the ashtray. I mean, listen, you gotta get over that. You gotta get peace all around you and in your environment. All right, number 7. Number 7. All right, it says this: can you and do you say no when that's how you feel? Can you and do you say no when that's how you feel? One of the problems that I had is I didn't know how to say no to people outside of my house. I'm telling you, I I just did everything. Anytime somebody asked me to do something, I was doing it. But in my house, I could tell everybody no, 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 no. And with my wife, she would easily be able to confront, to say no with people outside, but she had trouble saying no inside the house with her children and with me. And she had to take some lessons from me, and I had to take some lessons from her. I had to not say no all the time at home, and then I had to learn how to say no some of the time outside of my home. Listen, if you don't know how to say no, it'll stress you out. It'll stress you out. I'm gonna tell you, I had one of my sons that he wanted to say no, but he sort of like me. He didn't know how to say no, and he was finding himself running at wee hours of the morning to go pick up people and take them to the airport and all kinds of stuff. Listen. It's easier to just say no, and you don't have to say it mean. Say it mean what you say, and don't say it mean. Say what you mean what you say, and don't say it mean. It'll take a whole lot of stress out of your life. Number eight. Do you know how to relax or do relaxation techniques to relax your body? There are certain techniques that you can do. The easiest one is taking deep breaths. It's 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. Just like, you can raise your shoulders like this when you're breathing in. Relaxation techniques, man, they'll get you. It'll almost put you to sleep. Listen, all you have to do is look up on Google. That's all you have to do. Look up relaxation techniques. Google it, print it out, and do it. Number nine, here we go. Are you careful to avoid large swings in body energy caused by excessive drinking of sugar and caffeine products? Because if you drink and eat too much sugar, it will stress you out. It'll wire you up. It'll make you feel anxious. Yes, it surely will. So you got to change that. You do some investigating. What type of products should you drink? I don't drink sugar, things that have a sugar in it. What the things that I drink have stevia in it. It keeps me calm, keeps me cool, and it's better for me. Do you know that white sugar is one of the number one causes of cancer? Cancer cells love sugar. So sweeten your drinks with other things. You know, man, I mean, like, there's stevia, there's Truvia, there is I can't think of the other products. Monk fruit, that's it. Monk fruit. There are different things. Investigate it. Don't forget, I can tell you what you're doing by how much. Remember that statement. Wherever you spend your time, your energy, and your money, I'll tell you exactly where you're going. I'll tell you where your life is going, where you spend your time, where you put your energy, and where you put your money. I'll tell you what matters to you based on your time, energy, and money. That's what matters. But if you want to live a peaceful life, you got to do some stuff that matter. Number 10. Here we go. Are there specific ways you cope with anger to get it out of your system? When you get angry, how do you blow off some steam without hurting other people's feelings? You got to develop techniques of how to do that. Some of it is, like I said, listening to some good music. Some of it is talking to someone that understands, that you can explain your situation to, that can give you some good sound advice. Another way was writing things down. Just write it out. When you write it out, you look at it like, oh man, I made a dumb decision. I could have made a better decision. Now I understand what they were talking about. Listen, that's a stressor. Anger is a stressor. And finally, the techniques you start using that will help you get rid of anger will make your life more pleasant. Techniques that you use to get rid of anger will make your life more pleasant. Name those techniques. Do something about it. To stay as peaceful as possible when you're dealing with addiction, just dealing with life, period, it will keep you from relapsing. Well, I hope you've learned today some great things. I hope I've been a help to you. This has been Medicine for the Mind. If you know someone or that's dealing with substance abuse, they don't have to be ashamed. It's so many people that are dealing with substance abuse in so many different areas, from food to sex to gambling to obsessive working, excessive exercising, and drinking and drugs. It's all with the same thing. It's about the way you think. It's about the way you think. Well, I'm glad I could be of some help to you. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad I could be of some help. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Medicine for the Mind.